This is the discussion board grading rubric for this semester. You'll see that there are 3 different criteria that will be used to grade your discussion boards, and then there are 4 different levels of achievement ranging from poor to excellent. Under the excellent category, you end up having a total of 10 points, and that will be 100%. And then based off of where you fall on the rubric, you'll have anywhere from 0 to 10 points, or 0 to 100% on the discussion. So let's look at the criteria first. The 3 criteria. The first one has to do with when and how much you contribute to the discussion. So that criteria is called timely discussion contributions. Under the levels of achievement, the excellent category for 3.5 points is 3 to 4 medium-length posts that are well distributed throughout the week. And the initial post needs to be prior to midnight on Thursday. So to get the most points under this section, you need to have several posts that are a medium length. And when I say medium length, I mean about a paragraph. That are well distributed throughout the week, not all posted on the same day, and at least your first post is before midnight on Thursday. And as it just says in your syllabus, the reason we do that is we want to actually have a discussion with the class, and so it's hard to have a discussion if everybody posts on Saturday right before the deadline. So if we can get some posts started on Wednesday or Thursday, that will kind of start the discussion and let it be a little bit more interesting and more involved than everybody's posting frantically at midnight on Saturday night before the deadline. So we want those to be distributed throughout the week. The next level down at good for 3 points is 3 medium-length posts, and your initial post is after midnight. So you lose a half a point if you don't get that first post up before midnight on Thursday. Average would be 2 medium-length posts, with the initial post being after midnight on Thursday, and then poor is just 1 post and it's after midnight on Thursday. The next level, the next criteria, is responsiveness to the discussion and demonstration of knowledge and understanding gained from any assigned reading materials or any research that you've done on your own to answer the post. And your discussion, your contribution should encourage comments, it should be insightful and thoughtful, and really it should just be an interesting contribution to this class discussion. So under the excellent category for that, at 3.5 points, it's just an outstanding response. So it's very clear that you spent time and effort working on your posts, you did the research you needed to do, you read what you needed to read, and you understood it, and you're using that in your discussion. So there's significant time and effort that went into the posting. Under the good level, it's obvious that you did read the material and you incorporated that into your responses. Your responses do encourage further discussion and you did put some effort into it. So there's not too much of a difference here, that half a point, but basically it's just between good and then truly outstanding as far as how much time and effort you put into your post. Under average, you may have some questionable posts, they may not really be related, and then kind of minimal effort or thought went into the post. An example of this post would be just commenting on someone else's post. Oh, I like your post. Well, that's pretty minimal effort that went into that. So we really want to have a good conversation. So you want to actually think about other people's comments and respond to those in your post so that we're having a good class communication, class discussion. And then the lowest level, the poor level for 1 point, is you really didn't put much time or effort at all into your posting. The third criteria is grammar and professionalism, and what I'm looking for here under the excellent category for 3 points is that basically you sound like a college graduate. So think about when you're answering these questions almost as if you're doing a job interview. So you want to sound professional, you want to sound intelligent, you want to sound like you graduated from college. So that is the excellent category for 3 points, is you're not going to have any grammatical errors, or if you do, they're very rare, very occasional. Not going to have a lot of typos, it's a well-written response, and it really reads like a professional comment. The good category is kind of the next level down. You might have some grammatical errors, maybe some typos, but overall it's just not professional. I would call this early college writing level. So basically maybe a freshman, sophomore in college, you're starting to kind of get the hang of it, but you're not to the professional level yet. Under average, this level is what I would call high school writing level. So there's a moderate amount of grammatical errors, there may be some typos, and it's not very professional. And then poor, for 1 point, would be very bad grammar, lots of typos, very unprofessional, or if your comments are deliberately antagonistic. So if you're being ugly in your comments, you will lose points for that. So you need to be very professional and very kind in your comments. So this should give you a good idea about how your discussions are going to be graded and what I'm really looking for to get your maximum number of points. Now, the very first discussion is your class introductions, and it's just a completion grade. So basically, if you post to that, then you get the full number of points. But then after that point in the class, every future discussion will be graded according to this rubric.